Hey everyone. Oh man. Just eating some chips right now. Enjoying a Coca-Cola Zero. Kind of an homage to a friend of mine that's not doing well in the hospital. Known them for, I guess, 30 years now. And I met them on a tour in Death Valley. They were my clients. I was their tour guide, and they were still young. They were younger than I am now when I first met them, and got to talking about children and whatnot. And they said they couldn't have children. And I remember I just said something like I typically would say, and he said years later that it impacted him and was helpful for him. And what I had said to him was, you don't have to have children. There's nothing but a societal pressure that says you have to have children, but you don't have to. You can just be happy being married to each other and traveling. Something along those lines, I said. I was still young, but that was, how I felt truly at that moment. And after that tour, they wrote letters to the address that I gave them, which was my address. My wife responded, and they sent photos, and they would constantly, throughout the years, they would send postcards and whatnot from Japan. And every now and then they would come to Vegas and they would visit, and I would take them back to Death Valley, which is where we first met, and because I really wanted to just enjoy that time again with them. And then I bought a house in 1999. I bought a house in this new development called Seven Hills, and I put the contract on the house, and then the very house next door opened up, and it was on this road that was going to be overlooking the valley. I'd have a strip view maybe, so they were charging like $6,000 or something like that for the strip view that you might have. So, we could have had a strip view. But when the house next to the house that I had contracted opened up, I thought, oh, better chance of having a view. So I canceled that one and moved to the next one over. And then I, in a joke, had sent them a message saying, hey, the house next to us is available. You could buy it. And they said, yeah, we want to buy it. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, okay, well, I'll help you. So I went over, and in their name, I put down, I think, $2,000 or $3,000 for them as a down payment to get the house. And then they wired money for down payment. My father was a real estate agent, so it got him involved. And long story short, sight unseen, they bought the house next to us in cash. And he's always been doing well. And so they had that house, and they filled it up with beautiful things, and they would travel back to Vegas and stay for a few weeks, and they would go to, him and his lovely wife, Yoshiko, would go to, Utah and Arizona and just travel. They love the Southwest a lot. Their house looks like a lodge in Grand Canyon. It's really beautiful on the inside. It's exact same style as our house, but it's like flipped. And our house, we had to spend like $30,000 after 20 years living there to revive it. It was like completely trashed after us living there. But because they only visited every so often, their house is still brand new, even now. And then 1 year, the people next to them were selling their house, and I had been inside the house. It was like a single story. And when Mr. Fukumachi came, I said, you really should look inside that house. It's beautiful. Like they really designed it well. The old man that used to live there and his wife, they had, added these really cool, molding on the ceiling and just really made it look it was beautiful. And I just wanted him to see that for like inspiration. And when he saw that, he said, I want to buy that house. So I helped him buy the house. My father did again. My father and his wife, who were both real estate. I wasn't in real estate yet. I helped them buy the house, and they bought it. And they liked the furniture so much that they said, we want all the furniture inside too. And the man there, the Harmons, who owned that house, they sold it to them for like $4,000 or $5,000. I'm not sure exactly how much, but they bought it. And then they owned that house for many, many years. And I started a business, gosh, I don't know, 10 years ago. And it was selling these Japanese goods from like these girl groups in Japan, Morning Musume and Meron Kinembi. And these just, at the time, they were relatively still well known. I mean, enough. But they were old school, cool, you know. And we started this company called Hello Store USA. And it went really well, like way too well. So well that we sold out of all of our stock in like the first day and a half. And PayPal was concerned that we were doing something nefarious, and they locked down the account and they put it into review. And we didn't have any money to buy any more products, and we had to refill the store if we were going to. And I asked my father for a loan. And first he said yes, and then for some reason he said no, and that's his prerogative, so I didn't push it. But I had nowhere else to go, so I called my friend, Mr. Fukumachi, and he barely let me explain. He said, how much do you need? I said, $25,000. Next morning, he was in the bank, sight unseen, no contract. He sent me $25,000. That's the type of friend he is. And we paid him back with, I think, 5% interest. And he even let me rent the garage. I paid him like $300 or something, like very cheap, so I could put all the stock in the garage. You know, he was just always there, you know, for me. And when I visited Japan one time with my students, you know, he let me stay in he had an empty, like a condominium a few floors down from his, and he let us stay there. And I remember they both said this to me, and I was like, that's really generous. You know, he said, use the air conditioning as much as you want. You could keep it on the whole time, it's fine. And I was like, wow, you know, because that's pretty nice, considering Japanese people are very careful with their money, and he's very, very careful with his money. You know, when he would be in the States, you know, he had this little voice recorder, and every penny he sent, he would like, spent a penny here, spent a penny there. He would like put it in his recorder, and then at night he would transcribe it to a book just to keep track of his entire expenses. And I learned that that's what really rich people do. You get rich by not spending money, you know? I remember one time I took him, he needed to get a mouse for his computer, and we went to Fry's, and I'm just thinking he's gonna get, you know, an M705, you know, from Logitech, or one of the $19. No, this man spent 30 minutes looking at the mice and ended up choosing, I kid you not, a serial port mouse that still would work on his old laptop from the junk bin for like $2. And that was all he needed. Just that was what he needed. Never would I be able to do that as a guy that's into tech. You know, and so yeah, they would keep coming back and forth, and then Corona hit, and they couldn't come. And then I think it was the first year of Corona, he had a kidney issue, and he got a transplant. His kidneys were kind of failing. They kept them in, but then they took a good kidney from his wife. She donated it. God bless her soul. She donated it to him, and he got the kidney. And then, because he was recovering, he couldn't visit. And his sole dream was to visit the house, his house next to our house. Just, he loves that house, you know. And I took video of the house, and I made a little video for him. We sent it to him, you know, just to, you know, keep his spirits up. And then his wife came. She came down and, you know, visited us and looked over the house and whatnot, but he couldn't make it. And then she went back, and he was on the mend. And then he has type 1 diabetes, which is something that's nothing to do with your diet. It's like a more, what's the word I'm looking for, like DNA based thing. It's not because you always ramped up your sugar and then your body can't make, I can't remember the hormone right now. What's the hormone for diabetes? I forget. I can't remember, but he couldn't make that, whatever that is. Someone will tell me. Anyway, so now he's in the hospital and his foot is having issues. So they start talking about cutting off part of his foot. And the way that they do things in Japan is they little by little cut off your foot. They don't take it all in one fell swoop. They want to see how much they can save. That's kind of their way of thinking about it. Whereas in America, we kind of have the, hey, let's just nip this thing in the bud, get it out of the way, and then you can be out of the hospital. But because of Japan's method of doing it, he's in there getting this little by little by little, and they'll take it off. He'll go back into recovery. He's still in the hospital, and then boom, they'll go, oh, no, it's got to take some more off. And that process keeps repeating. And kind of a double punch, Japan is still very concerned about corona. So you can't have visitors more than once a week. And in the hospital that he's in, it's far away. And that once a week can only be 15 minutes because apparently corona can, if you're there for 16 minutes, it's stronger. I don't know. It's just, Japan is just really, really anal about corona. And apparently there were several times where it spread throughout the hospital. So they keep getting more and more crazy. And, he's sitting there only with his phone. He can't do phone calls. He can only text. So I was sending him photos. Like we were sending him photos every day. Just like of the outside, like here's some trees, here's this. And he was very talkative. But every now and then he would just throw out these really, really like not disturbing, but like overly depressive message about like, I should have done this or I should have done that. And maybe my wife's going to leave me over this. And of course that's not the case, but he's in a weakened mental state, and I know part of what he's thinking is, because we've known each other for so long, I know part of what he's thinking is they told me to stop and I didn't stop working. I could have prevented part of this maybe, or I could have done the travel that I wanted to do if I didn't stop, because there was, a few years ago, I just, me and my wife, they would come to our house and we would be at their, because we live next door to each other, they would come to our house, they'd bring the gifts that they always bring us. We'd open that up and then we have long discussion, drink tea, he would drink some beer, and then later that evening, every time they were there, we'd go over the evening every night and hang out with them. And I'm constantly thinking business and financial things and stuff like that. And I said to him, how much money do you have? Do you have enough money to never work again? He says, yeah, I have enough money to never work again. So why are you still working? You complain about it. You don't even like the work anymore. And he says, well, my brother, he relies on my business because, he's got a pharmacy or something like that. So he gets the prescriptions from my clinic. I said, how old is your brother? He's like in his 60s. And this man has survived because of you this whole time. It's about time he grew up. You can't sacrifice yourself for him. And in a rare move, my wife agreed. She also said, you should quit. And we said it strongly, way more strongly than you normally would do in Japanese society. So there's no mistake how we felt about it. And I said, look, and then you could come here and stay here for a month, 2 months if you wanted to. You could move here. You could find a way to bring your cats here. Like there's something you could do, His mother had passed away already. And he had the ability to move. And he didn't. And he kept saying he was going to, eventually, but not yet. And finally, after at the beginning of Corona, he could have done it and he didn't do it. When the kidney thing happened, he could have done another great exit shot and he didn't do it. And then I think he started realizing now is the chance, and he actually eventually closed his clinic, but so many years late. Because during Corona, he spent, I think, $400,000 to keep that clinic afloat for no reason. He should have already closed it down. He had all of the great reasons to close it down, and he used a big portion of money that he had saved for that. And I've stopped getting messages. We've stopped getting messages from him, and it's been very sparse coming back, and only his wife would respond. And I sent a message yesterday, and I said, hey, any news on, when he's getting out of the hospital? And she said, well, mentally he's not doing well. His phone broke, he said. So she sent it out for repair. And so not only is he not able to meet her, now he has no communication line out. And his mental state has declined so much that the staff at the hospital was surprised. The people that know him, they suggested maybe we should get him a private room. I mean, and the wife had to make a decision. She said, please amputate the entire thing. No more little by little by little. His mental state's more important than this leg. It is. Absolutely. And I said, well, we got to get him a new phone. Like, please, let's get him a new phone. If his phone is broken, get him a new one. You guys can afford it. They can. They still can. They still have property and money. And she said something just heartbroken. It heartbroke me. And I cried on the train when I read it. I couldn't hold back. Just tears, not like a baby cry, but I just teared up thinking, she said, I don't think it's a problem with his phone. I think it's a problem that he can no longer operate the phone as an adult. His mental capacity has dropped so much being in the hospital. And that's real sad. Real sad. And you don't have a lot of time on this planet. You don't have as much as you think. And it only takes one thing to knock you out, but not knock you out enough to be dead. Just to knock you out to where you cannot do things that you want to do anymore, like him. And this has been affecting me as well. I've had 2 physical scares that knocked me out, and maybe could have knocked me out permanently, but I think I was fortunate to not get knocked out. One is a few years ago, I hurt my back. I had a recurring back pain, but this particular one was bad. And I was down for months. I couldn't lift things. I could barely drive. I would get out of the car and I would have to just freeze with this pain just shooting down my back, and just in a paused moment where I couldn't move, and I was just, all of a sudden I was 80 years old and not able to move. And not only does it weigh on you physically, it weighs on you mentally. And I remember in those moments of just this sustained pain, just laying my head on my wife's lap and crying, just out of no more ability to control my emotions. So I understand where Mr. Fukumachi is. I understand that he's messed up in the head right now, and I really hope he can get out of it. But I was fortunate that, number one, I was told I needed surgery to repair my back, but I decided not to get surgery just for the reason that, and 2 reasons. One was it's 3 reasons. One was fear. But that fear was that I know my pain now. I know what I have. I know that every year or so, if I sit too much, or I don't sleep well enough, or I don't drink enough water, my back's gonna go out. If I just avoid that, I probably will be okay, was my thought. But if I get surgery and the doctor nicks a nerve, maybe I'm paralyzed forever. Maybe he messes up. Now I have a different type of pain, or I'm paralyzed and I have no control over it. I would rather have the pain that I knew than the pain that I didn't know. Those are 2 reasons. And the other reason was my wife had read, my wife always does research when this sort of stuff comes up, and her research and reading forums and stuff like that in Japan led her to realize that even if you get surgery, like 99% or some really high number of people after surgery, within 4 years, they have the exact same problem. You know, if they're cutting that bulging disc out of your back, you know. So I started going to the gym. I started going to a gym, and I was lifting as much as I can. My back still was crooked. I was crooked. I wasn't even walking straight. I was like a crippled person with this back, and the pain was there. But I was swimming. I was going into the little jacuzzi spa that they had in there, and then a trainer approached me, an older man, a man older than me by 6 years. But he looked fantastic. This guy was Adonis, you know. He said, you know, I want to be, you know, I could be your trainer. I was like, okay. And I had the money at the time, so I hired him. And he was great because he helped me, he made me be accountable. You know, he made me write out what my goals were. And at the time, my goal was to not end up like my father, because my father has had so many issues and he can't really walk well anymore as well. And I don't want that for me. That's something I don't want. And so he said, well, you got to commit. You can't not come when you say you're going to come. And I went every day that I paid for him, which was, I think, 4 days a week, which is crazy. But I told my wife at the time, I said, look, this is our health insurance right here. Imagine this is health insurance for when I'm older. I'm going to find a way to work my way out of this issue. And I'll tell you what, he taught me how to breathe. He taught me how to lift. He started out with me doing pull-ups assisted and dips assisted. And now I can dip without assist. I can pull up without assist. And, you know, long story short, eventually, you know, I was climbing rope all the way up to, I don't know, I don't know how many stories up, 4 or 5 stories up. I'm climbing rope. Just crazy how much better I got just by training my core. I never ever got buff. Like, this is where I am. This is where I've always been, like right around here. Okay. You know, I'm not scoring any muscles here. And then he suggested one day that we run. And despite me being able to climb, I couldn't run. Oh my God, running a mile was absolutely crazy. I'm so out of shape even then. But my back was better. I knew how to breathe, and I felt fortunate. And then I let it go. It was expensive, and I'm not good at motivating myself, so I let it go. And then I thought, let me get back into it. And I started doing ring fit like last year. And I overdid the squats, and my hip went out. And I will tell you, I have never had such pain when my hip went out. And it was worse than my back. And I feel very, very fortunate that I was able to resolve that. I had a friend who knows, you know, of anatomy, a Japanese friend that I know, and he came over and he's just gentle tugs and just saying, this is the bone that's affected. And, you know, and I saw online, if you just like do this and then pull a little bit, it'll pull it back. And I had my wife do it in one time, and it really helped. So we had her do it. Like, I had her do it every night. And over time, I healed. And now I'm 100%. But from that point, I made a decision. I saw a video where someone said similar to what I'm telling you today, where he said, I'm begging you as a human being, people underestimate the power of walking. Just walk every day, and the health benefits are immeasurable. So I started walking. I started using, how can I flip this to show you? I don't even know. I started using this, and if you see right now, today I've got 1,160 calories that I burned while walking, 165 minutes of exercise, and 12 of the hours that I've been awake since midnight, I've been moving for at least a minute per hour. Now this is double what I normally do in a day. At a minimum, I get to 6:30. But I started doing this. I have 2 friends that highly recommended this because the streaks are somehow magical, and you don't want to lose the streak. So it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If I realize that if it turns out to be like 40 at night and I realize I've got to do another 200 calories, you can't just like walk that. I run now. And I've run straight 2 miles before, which is just, I know that doesn't seem like a lot if you run a lot, but I'm not like a runner. But now I can run. And now, you know, the first time I ran by myself that mile, I was wheezing. There was phlegm coming out, just like my body could not, I'm just remembering it, but I could not handle it. Now, after months and months and months of closing these rings every day, I think I've missed 3 days. One was a dumb day where I waited too long and I had fallen asleep and I missed it. That's one. And I made up for it the next day. And another one was my eyeball. I had something happen with my eyeball and I couldn't be outside in the light and I couldn't move. So I was in bed all day that day. And the other one was the other day when I flew over the international date line. I don't even count that one. So in the last 8 months, I missed 2 days of walking and being flexible every single day. And this is my message to you. Don't let your body fall apart. It can fall apart. And when that thing hits you, you won't be able to rebound. You will get hit with something as you age. I've gotten stuck on this thing in TikTok where nurses in hospice every now and then are sending me the same message I'm sending you. It's, you will get hit. Nobody leaves this planet alive. We all die, but we don't die all of a sudden. We're gonna die a long, painful death, most likely. But if you can shorten that time, that's what I'm trying to do by walking. Now, I still don't drink well. I drink, hopefully this is better than actual Coke, but don't give me this spiel on how it isn't. I already know, I'm aware of its dangers. I need to drink more water. I understand that. Also, I shouldn't be eating these chips. Trust me, I get it, one step at a time. I'm actually moving every day. My point is, doing nothing is the worst thing that you could do. And a great friend of mine, I don't believe in God, but man, am I praying for this man to leg or not, to be the old man that he was and have him fly back to the only place that he talks about all the time is to fly back to America. He misses America so much, he wanted me to record American radio and send it to him. I just told him how he could listen to it online, but I don't know if it helped because he hasn't responded. So I guess that's where I am. I'm 50 and I want to live to 80 if I can, 90 if I can, and I want to remain relatively healthy. So I'm going to try to keep walking these 6 to 10 miles a day while I catch Pokemon with my watch. So I don't know who you are. I don't know who this message is reaching. But if it reaches even one, that'd be cool. To where one of you, maybe you have a bad back problem. Look up 90-90 stretches. I don't know. Everything is different for each person's back. But there was a bunch of YouTube channels I saw that talked about how to fix some of those problems without surgery. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting oxygen to those areas, and you can do that with certain stretches. Even though it's painful, you push yourself. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I have no degrees. This is all anecdotal. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. But don't ignore it. You can't ignore it. Glacian asks, he can't just ask them to remove the whole thing. He could, but he's a doctor. He doesn't want to. So his mental capacity has fallen so much now that they've now asked his wife what to do, and she has approved to take the whole thing off. TV says, imagine seeing little bits of your leg disappearing over time. Yeah, it was very traumatic for him. Glacian said, so the wife had enough with his little by little stuff. Yeah. Yeah. In England, they called police on people that tried to visit relatives in care homes, and people died in there without knowing what was going on. No visitors allowed. It's very tragic. I understand it, but it's tragic. Swimming is the best. Swimming helped me tremendously. Another change that I made with my back issue, and it's why I actually can't work as much as I want to in Korea because I don't have this setup, but every one of my desks is a standing desk now, and I have tall stool chairs. So I sit up at a height where if I hop off, I'm standing at my desk. I still can raise and lower my desk a little bit, but I never sit this low to the ground. I'm mostly quickly able to stand into a stand position. And so every time my back feels like it's tiring, I'll stand up, you know? And I can't do that here. And I can't tell you, just knowing how to breathe and strengthening my core has made my life absolutely better. I am the healthiest. I'm still eating the same stuff that I do, but I'm the healthiest I've ever been physically because I walk every day, because I pay attention to my back. Glaceon says, my worry is mental state. Will I have issues with mental health when I get older? Dementia or Alzheimer's as an example. Yeah, you might. Now they do say language study is one thing that staves that off. Studying, doing things to keep your brain active is one way that staves that off. And language is a big one. So you're already partially there if you're learning Japanese. Technology and medicine are evolving so rapidly. Well, I'll tell you what, these hospice doctors, they've said it super strong and clearly. Medicine and a doctor cannot save you. It's you've got to put effort into years of constant effort to prevent this, all right? Kyle says, I'm glad I did parkour for so long because when your body is your main tool for your favorite hobby, you learn to treat it with respect and care for it. Even though I tore my ACL, I still keep it flexible. I still keep flexible. It truly makes all the difference. My grandfather died at 69 and looked like a skeleton. My grandfather's father is 70 and he looks no older than you, George. Well, I'm 82, so your poor grandfather.
Japanese ZZ39.
Lighting up the mood a little bit.
I feel you, Bo.
Yeah, so that was something that popped me in my head earlier today. Well, if you'd only have one phone for the rest of your life, what are you, Cosmo? You would take extra care of it. Oh, okay. I thought you were getting ready to ask me a philosophical question. Yet somehow people easily neglect the only body they're given. I totally agree with you, man. Oh, the hypocrisy. Retro Nick Music, thank you for the prayer for my friend. I appreciate it. Hopefully your prayer reaches something. Yeah, I don't have any. Well, I mean, look, I wish everyone watching all believed in a different God, so you would all independently pray for my friend. You know what I mean? Because maybe one of them is listening. Although I don't believe in God, I don't think it's unfathomable that there could be a God, you know? And maybe I'm just an idiot that missed all the signs, you know? Leon says, my way to exercise is to jump on a mini trampoline. I've heard that's good for you, actually. I love it. I have this internal drive to do it. That's funny. Wrong button.
Japanese ZZ39. Japanese ZZ39. Japanese ZZ39.
I think it's impressive how Kyle can make one word out of that sentence. Japanese ZZ39. Japanese ZZ39. Seize the day. How do you say that in Japanese? Ooh. Siri, how do you say seize the day in Japanese? 一日をつかまえろ.
Japanese sees the day is その日をつかむ.
その日をつかむ. I was so close. I had the right verb. その日をつかま, I said つかまえろ, which means grab the day, seize the day. So let's go with that one. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's changes that I've made to my life, even from what I've seen with Mr. Fukumachi. I had a real strong conversation with my wife, and I said, let's never be Mr. Fukumachi. Let's see the warning signs. His warning signs were so punched in his face, and he still ignored it. And I said, this is our warning sign. So I said, let's take a trip to Europe in February or March. Let's plan for it. Regardless of our finances, let's do it. Because I'd rather do that now than not be able to do it when I have the time to do it, right? Because he has the time now that he quit his practice, but now he doesn't have the physical ability to do it. He's also maybe losing his head. So in a more drastic thing, I told my wife was, let's live our last year now while we can. Because it's not like we're getting younger. I'm going to be 51 next month. Yeah, next month. In less than 30 days, I will be 51. And my wife, she's coming up on 60. She'll be 60. No, she'll be 59. No. But she's born in, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think she'll be 60 this next year. Yeah, because she's born, hang on, let me do the math here. She's born in 64. Okay, no, 64. So she's 64. So, yeah. She's 59 now. I always forget her age. She'll be 60 next year almost, right? No, she'll be 60. So. How old are you, Kyle, if you only got your license in the last 3 years? You seem older in your videos. I mean, that's the message I wanted to give today.
Japanese ZZ39.
Japanese ZZ39. Oh, I want to play something for you. Where is it? Oh, did I not? Oh, here it is.
Japanese is easy 39.
Oh, you couldn't hear it, huh? Hang on. Why couldn't you hear that? Hang on.
Japanese is easy 39. Japanese is easy 39. Japanese is easy 39. Japanese is easy 39. Japanese is easy 39.
I made an AI version of it.
I feel you, Bo. Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, Bo. But you know what? Take the time to get to know yourself. Like, understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, you know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you. And I'm not gonna lie. Trying again won't hurt. Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
What countries? Netherlands, London, Germany, Italy. London's not a country, sorry. The UK. Italy? I don't know. I haven't. All I have now is an idea. I'm gonna visit Europe, and I'll let my wife tell me where she wants to go. I just have some friends that I'd like to meet. Kyle says, I'm 28. I just grew up extremely poor. So buying a car and all that was really financially wise. Wasn't really financially wise for a long time. For some reason, everybody assumed I was anti-car because I'd say how good public transportation is in other countries. Literally the day after I got my license, I drove to Niagara Falls, and a few months later around the entire US. That's awesome, man. Kyle, I have mad respect for you. Every time one of your videos comes up, I go, I like this Kyle guy because he does things. So many people don't do things, but you do. And people have responded well to your series. You've made me rethink how I should teach Japanese on TikTok. You're not going into the detailed explanations that I give. Maybe it's not required. Just give like a basic explanation and it works. Have I thought about visiting Greece? I have not, but someone mentioned Greece on a TikTok recently. I was like, oh yeah, Greece exists. And I thought maybe I should visit Greece as well.
Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
Doing the day party, imagine first
Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
Doing the day particle, the mark the precision rather than mark the location. Something like that. I can't repeat it. Oh man, I can't repeat what you did. So anyway, that's where I am. You guys want me to test you on N3 grammar? TB, what was that? That's Japanese is Easy 39.
Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo.
Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese Easy 39. Japanese easy 39. Doing de particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
Slowly but surely, I'll have a perfect mix on this thing. Oh, man. What's up, Napun Namja? What's up, man? If you guys don't know, Napun Namja, the man who is speaking in Korean, he is the co-author of Korean from Zero. He's also a physician's assistant, highly acclaimed physician's assistant. He won the award for most dad jokes in a shift. Yes, Kyle, the mood went full roller coaster because that's what we do here. Oh, you wanted me to test you? Yes, hang on. All right. All right. Alrighty then. No one here has died in your care yet. Yes, that is a good thing, you know. Or no one has died that they've been able to pin to you. All right. This is the book we got. All right, let's test Kyle. Since he happens to think
Japanese easy 39.
all right. This is gonna be difficult because I have to translate from the Japanese into English. My only guide is the Korean. All right. First, here's what I'll do. I'm going to give Napun Namja Reed, I'm going to give him the Korean. He'll translate it into English. Based on his translation from English, you'll give me the Japanese. Here we go. 나는 아침에 목욕하기로 하고 있습니다. 나는 아침에 목욕하기로 하고 있습니다. Now, I don't have the English translation sitting here. I only have the Japanese translation and the Korean translations. So what do you got? 나쁜 남자. 나는 아침에 목욕하기로 하고 있습니다. 영어로 어떻게 말해요? 통역해 주세요. 빨리 통역해 줘. 우리 기다리고 있잖아. 빨리 해. 너 지금 몇 시야? 몇 시? 빨리. Oh, he's probably getting ready. Come on. All right, one last time. 나는 아침에 목욕하기로 하고 있습니다. All right. Let's assume that Napun Namja does not know enough Korean, although he should, to translate that. All right, here's the Japanese. Give me the English translation, everybody. This is N3, JLPT N3, from a Korean source. Here we go, ready? 私は朝お風呂に入ることにしています。私は朝お風呂に入ることにしています。
Japanese easy 39.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this has turned out to be a horrible idea, as nobody is responding. I'm just gonna cut some skin off of my foot here. Oh, sorry. June says, in the morning, I make it a rule to have a bath. I make it a rule to take a bath. Yes, you got it. You nailed it. And the grammar there is koto ni suru. That is the grammar. All right. Very good. Next one. We'll still give the Korean version. Oh my God, this is long. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. 일본에서는 자동차는 왼쪽을 달리게 되어 있다. 일본에서는 자동차는 왼쪽을 달리게 되어 있다. Anyone know? You had to do work for a minute, brah.
ええ加減にせんかいええ加減にせんかい
All right. Here's the Japanese. 日本では自転車は左側を走ることになっている。日本では自動車は左側を走ることになっている。さあ、訳せるのでしょうか。運命の時間。じゃじゃん。日本では自動車が左側を走ることになっている。This is like an adjacent grammar to the one we just did. Let me guess. Everyone's working right now? Or this is too hard? It could go that way as well.
I would answer, but I really need to kind of like see it to understand it.
In Japan, we bike on the left. Ah, Alien Wolf says, in Japan, the cars drive on the left side. I mean, very close. That would be a statement that they drive on the left side. It's a rule, would probably what I would say. It's a rule that Japanese cars, in Japan, cars drive on the left. I don't know how Kyle heard jitensha over jidosha, but I can see how you might. All right. Ooh. Dude, I've been looking for this grammar in Korean, and now I see it in Japanese. This is going to be a good one. All right, here we go. Okay, that's not a full sentence. Dude, this is going to be hard. I'm struggling. Here we go. Ready? 내일은 아침부터 바빠질 것 같아 하니까 오늘 충으로 해 버림시다. Dude, I wouldn't know what this is if I heard this. 내일은 아침부터 바빠질 것 같아 하니까 오늘 충으로 해 버립시다. 버림시다. Let me think about this for a second. Do you make it sound? No, you don't. 버립시다. Here's the Japanese sentence. 明日は朝から忙しくなりそうですし、今日中にやってしまいましょう. Oh, I see that now. Okay, 오늘 중으로 is 今日中にやってしまいましょう. 明日は 朝から忙しくなりそうですし、今日中にやってしまいましょう. Let me read the description here of the grammar for myself. 이유를 여러 개 열거할 때 사용하는 표현으로 동사, 형용사의 보통형에 접속한다. 시를 한 번만 사용하는 경우에도 다른 이유가 또 있다는 느낌을 준다. 존중하게 말할 때는 존중형에 접속하기도 한다. Hopefully that explains the grammar for you and you guys understand it. I honestly don't use either word when I'm speaking Japanese, so I'm confused. The stream froze. Nani? 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 I had to fix this to be a one shot. There we go. Nani? Nani? Actually, I gotta cut it tighter as well. It's not good right now. There's too much headroom there. Oh, come on. There we go. Nani? Nani? I like the way Korean sounds. Wow, that's my version of Korean. I read it too slow, though. Let me try to read it faster. That's what I'm working on right now, is to read faster. Because, man, if I don't understand what's coming ahead, I have a hard time reading it fast. 이유를 여러 개. See, I stopped right there because I'm like processing the following. 이유를 여러 개 열거할 때 사용하는 표현으로 동사, 형용사의 보통형에 접속한다. 시를 한 번만 사용하는 경우에도 다른 이유가 또 있다는 느낌을 준다. 존중하게 말할 때는 존중형에 접속하기도 한다. Tomorrow I seem to be busy from morning. Okay. 明日は朝から忙しくなりそうですし、今日中にやってしまいましょう. 내일은 아침부터 바빠질 것 같다 하니까 오늘 중으로 해버립시다. 버립시다. And by the way, this exact sentence apparently was on the 2012 test, the second test. 明日からは忙しくなりそうですし、今日中にやってしまいましょう. So the important grammar that they're teaching here is the she. And when you have she in a sentence, it can be multiple things stringed together with she. But it's one of many possible reasons. So they're saying, 明日からは忙しくなりそうですし, I mean, yeah, it looks like I'll probably be busy tomorrow from the morning. So, 今日中にやってしまいましょう. Let's go ahead and finish this up today. But being busy is one possible reason. That's why it's signified with a she. It could be other things. There's going to be a lot of patients. We're going to be busy or only working half time. There's all sorts of reasons could be in there. Only one is mentioned, but it's one of many possible reasons. It's supporting evidence also as well for like why you should do this thing. Let's meet at my residence. No, kyoju is not my residence. Kyoju means during today. Kyoju ni yatte shimaimashou. I'm not sure where you got the my residence. You missed a lot, Melanie. More than anything, you missed this.
Japanese Easy 39, Japanese Easy 39, Japanese Easy 39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the marked location where the action takes place.
Not within 2 days. Kyoju. Where are you getting these extra informations? Kyoju, not futsuka inai. It's kyoju. Yeah, Kyle. It's a common problem. If you read, you have so much more information. Listening is much more difficult. All right. done with that. Let's move on to the next one. Another grammar, the 25th grammar in this book. I believe they have 111 grammar points. Let me see how many they actually have in this one. They have 111 grammar points in this book. All right, I'll give you the Korean explanation, which will give you a hint of what they're going to do. 시간은 밖에란 뜻으로 그것만이라고 한정할 때 사용하며 항상 뒤에 부정의 말이 온다. 부정의 말이 온다. 응용평형으로 시가ない밖에 없다. 시가 고자이마센 밖에 있습니다. 없습니다. 등이 있다. That is your explanation of the grammar. All right. Let's find a full, because sometimes they only have partial sentences for some reason. Okay, here's the Korean. 영화가 시작될 때까지 앞으로 3분밖에 없어.映画が始まるまであと3分しかないよ. 映画が始まるまであと3分しかないよ. So what does that translate to? I actually have a video that I've done on she, you know that. I know to be like, Japanese is easy, 54. She is used to list reasons. I know I'll see that coming up soon. All right, who wants to translate that sentence? "3 minutes until the movie begins," says Hari Nair. 映画が始まるまであと3分しかない. Can I get a better translation? That's an okay translation. All right, and let's watch this while we're waiting. Let me pull this over here. One minute. Hey guys, welcome to Japanese in One, where we take 1 minute and we talk about something in Japanese. Today we're going to be talking about shi. This way that Japanese people end something with shi. They say something 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 dashi, something something dashi, ashita mo iku shi. When they do that, they're doing a justification. It's a reason for why something was done, but it's like a post justification. Okay, it doesn't mean because of this. It means, and you know, blah blah blah. So for example, dude, you weren't at the beach today. I was busy. Okane mo nai shi. And I really don't have any money too. It's like an and. She is always an and you can stack them one on top of each other. Something something da shi. Da if you're using a noun, and verb is just directly to she. Hey man, are you going to Japan next year? Oh, I can't go. I don't have any money. Mo shigoto mo yasemenai shi. And I can't get out of work. That's what the she does. Thanks for watching Japanese in One. Bye-bye.
Japanese Easy 39.
The movie will start in no more than 3 minutes. Oh, man, no. No more than 3 is not what we're going with. 映画が始まるまであと3分しかない. There's only 3 minutes more until the movie starts. With the exception of no other time, there is 3 minutes. しかない means there's only 3 minutes, right? 3分しかない. There's just 3 minutes until the movie starts. 次のバス停までしか行きませんよ. 次のバス停までしか行きませんよ. 다음 버스 정류장까지밖에 가지 않아요. 다음 버스 정류장까지밖에 가지 않아요. 次のバス停までしか行きませんよ. that would work perfect on TikTok. Really? Really? Thank you. Yeah. You want to see my first Japanese in one? Hang on, I'll show you my first Japanese in one. Here you go. I believe this is the first one. Hey everybody, welcome to Japanese in 1 minute, where we take 1 minute out of your important day and we teach you some Japanese. And what we're not going to do on this series is go deep into theory and talk about how you can learn Japanese, but we're going to focus on just learning something that's very valuable to your Japanese. A lot of these places that like to teach Japanese focus all their energy on telling you what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, and they don't spend time actually teaching you the words. And before you know it, you've spent a half hour watching a video and you didn't actually learn anything, and you might be learning how mistakes are not important, and you got to like spend 6 months not speaking, and all of a sudden 6 months have gone by and you can't speak even one Japanese word. So on Japanese in 1 minute, we're just going to pump out the knowledge. You're going to learn so many words. It's going to be amazing. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about a very important word that is extremely valuable to your learning, but unfortunately we're out of time. Thank you for watching Japanese 1 minute. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Wow, that was a roller coaster. You learned so many things. Remember, you can always buy our fantastic series called Japanese in Blank Pages, available now on Amazon, or you could check out some of these other videos over here that will actually teach you something. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Watch these videos. Bye. And I purposely didn't put any links. This was my most super fit time. This is when I had my trainer. This is that era. I was lifting. I was super healthy in this. This is when I was climbing rope. $13,000 views. No way. This is some bullshit. Who is here for so you can watch anime easily? This never helped. What did you want me to learn? I did not get it. You didn't teach us Japanese. Scam, I wanted to watch anime.
You guys ready for a great video? The greatest video. Merely days away from the election, I have chosen to show you what Japanese people think of me. And you will find out that they love me. In this unedited raw video shot in Japan, you'll find out that the fake news has not shown you what Japan thinks of me. And you can see in this video that that's the truth. The Japanese people absolutely love me.
一つの言葉で、トランプ大統領といえば何を思い浮かべますか？
トランプ大統領、
はい、トランプ大統領。
偉大な人。
偉大な人。はい、こちらは。正直でいいですよ。面白い。面白い。
3つの言葉でトランプを説明してください。
いいね。3つの言葉で大統領。
ツイッター、ツイッター、あと何？あとわかんねえ、全然わかんねえ。
ツイッターが一番だよね。でもね、女性遊び？
女遊び。
そういう話は思い浮かばない？
全然思い浮かばない。怒る。いいね。
次は？
ラスト。金。
なるほど、金持ちだもんね。一つの言葉でトランプを説明してください。トランプ大統領。
なんだろう。わかんない、全然わかんない。
かんない？
おじいさん。
おじいさん。はい。一言葉でトランプを説明してください。トランプ大統領、一言葉で。
金髪。
金髪。トランプを一言葉で説明してください。一言葉。ドナルド・トランプ、ごめんなさい。大統領。いいね。いいね。
ああ、なるほど。
まあ、いける。もう今アメリカ人みんな大爆笑してます。じゃあドナルド・トランプを一言葉で。
一言で。
一言。パッと思いついた印象。悪いことでもいいことでもいいです。
金。
こちらは。クレイジー。正解です。正解。トランプ大統領を一つの言葉で言えば。
漢字ですか？
いや、漢字じゃなくてもいいです。
日本語で？
日本語で。自分のなんていうの気持ち。
自己中。いいですね。
わがまま。トランプ大統領を一言葉で言えば何でしょうか。
大富豪。大富豪。
トランプ大統領は、
イメージ。
わがままのイメージある。
わがまま。あとは？
金持ち。
一つの言葉でトランプ大統領といえば？
アメリカ金髪。
アメリカ金髪。
トランプ大統領。
はい。日本語で。はい。マイペース。いいですね。はい。こちらは？
難しいな。自分勝手。
あ、ちょっと渡りますか。
It's a good loop. That's a really good loop. Yeah, I actually did so many interviews that I never really. That's the only one that I released. How dumb am I as a human being? Oh my God, there's so many like videos that I haven't done anything with. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if there's anything interesting. Let's look at the oldest. See what we got here. 16 years ago. The first slap.
Cell phones off.
Oh, yeah, wait, no.
セルフォンだったらブチギレるよ私。
Ah, this is exciting. What topic is this?
あ、これはどう？ジョージ VS シェジャパンゲートペイクバトルショーって言って私がジョージさんのことを引っ叩く。これどう？ピタッ。
She slaps me?
Hey, I love it.
Wait.
That's a great
もう私
idea.
本気だよ。それもそう言ってもう。
You're gonna hit me for real?
うん本当にやる。もう当たり前じゃないそういうのね。
Wait a minute, this doesn't feel right.
だからジョー
Hey,
ジ
you know what? I took an egg to the face with the cookie. Where's your commitment?
ジョージがね。
Okay, so we'll go like this, right? Okay, now here's how I'm gonna go then. I'll go. Welcome to the George versus Chie Japanese battle show. Yeah. Wait, if you do it really hard, what if my nose bleeds?
Make sure you on the side of the face.
Yeah, not like my
分かっ
nose.
た。
Woo! Oh, it's gonna be
絶
great.
対いいと思うそれ。やってみ
Make
よ
sure you get the
う。
shot.
練習する。
We're gonna practice. No practice. No practice.
Bonus footage, man.
Ah, ね、どれぐらい高く強くするの？
なんかこれぐらい。これぐらい。
You liar.
これぐらい。
ね、どれぐらい？これぐらい？
どう？それぐらいどう？だって今ポタ叩かれたのもう。どう？
This is way too fun.
もうちょっと優しく。もうちょっと優しくがいい。
いいんだよ。いいそれぐらいで。
Okay.
Okay, that's how you started, right?
What? Wait,
Every
wait.
single time
We didn't just start.
これプラクティスでしょ。
No, look. George versus Chie, right? But she kind of playfully pushes you in the face. You tap her back.
なあできなかった私のことも叩くの
違うだからあなたがプーって書いてやって俺はもうちょっと強くやってであなたが思いっきりさっきみたいにさっき
ジョージ私のこっちやんなきゃダメよ
やってる
私が最初ね
OK
軽くやるでしょジョージ私のこっちをちょっとやってまたビタンって死ぬから
ちょっと待ってそれ今ちょっと待って Now the show takes a whole different meaning.
Okay.
Just start off with something like, well, Keiko couldn't make it, so we had.
No. This is a totally new show without Keiko's involvement. It's not a
I don't
replacement
even know
show.
why you mentioned the Keiko.
Well, you should reference something to make her tap you, right?
No. It should have no meaning. You go. Welcome to the George versus Chie Japanese Topics Battle Show. Wait.
Is this something we planned?
No.
Perfect.
That's good, but I didn't want to get it again.
なんで違うじゃんこういうふうにしないと
今練習だったのにもう一回打つのは嫌だなもうだから she's like I want to hit George Okay だから that's how we'll do it right Okay
But
ready
you cannot do it like this no.
Of course not but I mean
Now
human
practice.
instinct might stop me
Take a deep breath.
I'm sweating like a mother. It's the first show I'm really nervous. I'm gonna forget the topic. Okay.
Okay.
Is my face red right now?
No, not anymore.
It's kind of Welcome to the George versus Chie Japanese Topics Battle Show.
I made that way more scary than it needed to be. What's the last comment we had on that? All right, does anyone have the answer? 次のバス停までしか行きません, I believe was the question. What is the answer? June. Let's see here. 4 years ago. I have a feeling this was not the first time George was slapped by a Japanese girl. How can she slap? No, not anymore. Yes. What else we got here? What else we got up in this joint here? Oh, I wanted to check. That's right. I wanted to check if this Kaido Yama guy, Kaido Yama, actually got famous. Let's see. Shoot, where did that go? This guy right here. I met these random sumo guys on the train 16 years ago.
Welcome to the.
あ、そう飲んでんじゃん。
Are you ready? Welcome to the.
ジョージアンド・ケイコジャパニーズオンライントピックスショー
You got the name wrong.
Whoa. What was that? Why did that disappear? It said random sumo. What
You
the
got the
heck?
name wrong.
Why did that disappear?
はじめまして。ちょっと自己紹介お願いできますか。
海田山です。
Kaido Yama.
相撲何年やってますか。
12年です。
12年。すごいですね。こちら何年やってますか。3年。素晴らしい。あ、教えてくれてるんですか。先輩後輩みたいな。違いますか。どこでやるんですか。
Dude, what was this guy's name? Kaido Yama or Kaedo Yama? Okay, let's see. Sumo. Kaido. Dude. Where's Kaido Yama? That's not the guy. Okay, it's just trying to see if this guy actually, because I met him before he was famous. I guess he didn't make it. All right. Is it Kaedo Yama? All right, he didn't make it, man.
ですか。
何ですか。
相撲。
相撲は愛知県大会。
See, like, I literally am so stupid. I have no idea what sumo's all about. the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done, I think, on this show.
相撲のことあまり分からなくてね。外人とか来るんですか試合に？
試合にっていうかいますよ外人さんは。
外人の、あ、そっか、なんだっけ、ハワイからの知らなくてね。誰？武蔵丸。彼は優勝したんですね。この前。え？
休んでます。
休んでます今は。
This is such a horrible random interview.
今一番誰が
Bye, Ju-un. We should only go up to the next station. No. 次のバス停までしか行きません means it only goes to the next bus station. You need to go to book 4 lesson 1. しかない。
優勝したんですか最近？
最近朝勝利。
え？
朝勝利。
朝勝利。
朝勝
Oh
利。
my god, Asashu. Oh, this is the worst interview ever. Oh my god, this guy shouldn't even be talking to me. He should tell me to sit down.
朝勝利。知ってれば面白いのにねこの話。知らないからダメだね。でそういうとこでやるんですか？有名じゃないですよね。有名ですか？
Are you famous?
あなたがですか？有名だったらほら悪いから。
いや自分は全然。
あ、そうだ。あなたの相撲の名前は？
海田山です。海田山。
こちらは？
He's just Kitamura. He's just Kitamura, man, this guy. Let's see if anyone commented on this. All right, nothing interesting really. Let's see. 7 comments only. Yeah, put that camera in their faces. Shut up. Kitamura. All right. That was that. Oh, this was a good one. This was a good one. These are all fun. Oh, let's see how I made a post about my friend on TikTok. Curious if it's going well. All right, it's getting some views. Oh, wow, these are still up there? I left all of these old Japanese dailies up. Wow. That's crazy, my friend. Wow, I left the Yes Japan site introduction video up as well. Oh, here's my first Korean Japanese Topics Mania that's my Halloween show. I thought the point of an interview was to ask questions, learn. Shut up, Kyle. Shut up, man. I never said I was professional. I don't know what I'm doing about things and stuff, you know? You might be surprised that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to interviews and stuff like that. Too much of my old stuff is just, cringe. It's just cringy. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute, I made 3 of these? I thought I only made 2. The best Japanese learning show ever. Huh.
Hello, welcome to the best Japanese learning show ever. I'm the host, the best host ever, George Trombley from JapaneseFromZero.com. Today we're going to talk about a few topics related to Japanese, and you might actually learn some Japanese. The first topic is sort of a social commentary.
I should bring this back, to be fair. Once I heard that the best way to learn a language is from native speakers, and after being an ALT in Japan for almost 3 years, I have to disagree. Speaking language comes naturally, but teaching a language is a skill you have to develop.
But I want you to be warned because this sort of thing will affect your Japanese learning. It is this. Boom. I said it. Japanese suck at Japanese. Do you remember the last time?
I'm so cringy. I can't watch this, man. Brah. I can't watch this. Brah. Yeah. This is all relatively new stuff. This is all new stuff. Nothing interesting. Oh, here's our commercial from 1998.
Welcome to Japanese classes by TTI.
ようこそ TTI の日本語教室へ。
Look at that book cover. That's when they were hand printed, man. That's crazy. Dude, you got 180 cards and you got rental video discounts from Las Vegas Video Japan? Only 12 students. I'm hiding the TS.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu. That is 25 years ago today, people. How crazy is that? Shout out to George for teaching Japanese for longer than I've been alive. The pure nostalgia. I remember that this video got claimed. The company that I licensed the music from doesn't exist anymore. Now someone else claims the license. The music legit sounds like it belongs in a fighting game. I love the 80s sound. Yeah, that was the day. Oh man, I shouldn't watch old videos. It makes me, I get weird. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Oh, this is happening again, by the way. All right, guys. I want to show you the new books which have arrived, which are actually prettier than I thought. I was actually really surprised how great they look. Because I'm always nervous when a new book comes up, and man, are these books thick because of it. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is cream paper. It's pretty. You have absolutely this book. This is the new. Now these aren't official covers. These are special limited covers, only available at shop.fromzero.com until the 9th. We're trying to let you know. Just make sure I get that note. He's delivery dates. We message free. Okay, look how thick it is with these, oh, it's so beautiful. He's the only one that's actually out doing something on a vibe. Like he's out on the night of the town here, going to sing some karaoke. See that? He's heading down the street. Look how thick this. Here's my absolute favorite one. Look at Rika just sitting here enjoying the fireworks. No promotional material. It's like a real. Even though it's a chibi, it's like sort of a vibe, you know? It's got more of a vibe than the other. The other books are great, of course, right? Compared to the chibi version of book 5, right? It's the same size. Why does it feel smaller when I'm holding it? Hang on. Huh? There's something I'm doing to hold it different. It's like literally there we go. Ah, there we go. Ah. It's the same size. I can't explain it. It looks weird on camera. Oh man. This is how good this beautiful book. Very clean. So the book's only on the 9th individually, or you can get the full set for like a slight discount over all of them. Because and that has been the current book. I wonder. So what is it? From Zero Shop. I think it's supposed to be set up pretty soon. Shopify.com. Oh, that's my song. Is that a thing? Okay. Shopify.fromzero.com. Well, I gotta read the. Oh man, what is happening? All right, guys. I want to show you the new books which have arrived, which are actually prettier than I thought. Opening soon. Hell yeah. George at fromzero.com. Oh, All right, guys. Should we end the stream? Like, what else is there to do tonight? Any requests?
Japanese Easy 39.
I know what you mean about watching old videos of yourself. I can watch my parkour videos because I can't, I think is what you meant to say, watch my parkour videos because I like the tricks, but any of my vlogs, I don't know. Oh, okay, you can watch the parkour, but not your vlogs. Yeah, they're just cringy. Oh, by the way, remember the other night I was talking about that video, how to sleep with a beautiful Japanese, Korean, Chinese girl? I found it. It's on the weirdest place. It's on it's on the Korean from Zero channel. Like, it's a weird spot for that to be.
안녕하세요.
It was here somewhere. I was like scrolling through this. It's in here somewhere. Doko desu ka? There it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Japanese from Zero or Korean from Zero or Chinese from Zero podcast. This video is sort of a fake title to draw you in, but I am going to talk about ways that you can get an Asian girl. And by Asian, I mean Japanese or Chinese or Korean. And let's talk about... Note to self, that lighting makes my nose look even worse. The easy ways that everyone knows. It actually looks crooked. You can hire a prostitute. Prostitutes are in every country. If you have money and you don't care about diseases or the possibility of the stigma of getting caught being with a prostitute, well, that's an easy way to go. The other way is you can be rich and famous, and then pretty much any girl or many girls will be attracted to you. Everyone knows this method. Or you can be really rich and flaunt your wealth. And of course, there's always gold diggers in any country that will want, and Japanese girls are this way, Korean girls are this way, Chinese girls are this way. They'll totally want to be with you. But what about those guys that don't have that? I have been one of those guys. I have money now. I have success now. But there was once upon a time where I was younger, had no money, had debt, and had no prospects. But guess what I did? I married a really beautiful Japanese girl. How did I get that? And why am I making this video? I'm married. Why am I trying to make this video? It's really simple. I get contacted by people from time to time begging me to introduce them to a Korean girl. Sometimes it's the girl that's on the Korean Tuk 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 show. Her name is Jiun. Or sometimes it used to be the girl on the Keiko show, George and Keiko on the old Yes Japan show. And sometimes it's just guys that think I have girls for some reason, and then I can just randomly introduce them to girls as if I'm a pimp. Well, I'm not a pimp, and I will never introduce you to a girl. I won't, unless you are worthy of that girl. So let's talk about it. What does a girl really want? I mean, what do I really know? I mean, I only know certain things, but let me tell you what I think every girl that's ever reacted to me in a positive way in Korea and in China and in Japan. I've been to all three places. I've been very, very limited in my time in China. Just an entire month I stayed there. But I made quote unquote girlfriends, friends that I was talking to on WeChat and that were happily talking to me. And in Korea, I have basically all my friends are girls and they're beautiful. They're really beautiful. And my friends in Japan, of course, many of them are girls I have a long time. Girls I have a long time.
Haven't always been rich, I've never been handsome, and I haven't always had money. I just said the same thing twice. I haven't been successful. So what did I do? I show an interest in their language. I study their language. I know their culture. And even when I was in China and my Chinese was limited to 我是美国人 or 我想你, you know, whatever the limited Chinese that I have, I was able to make girls be interested in me as a human being. I'm not talking about ugly girls either, just really pretty girls that worked at the hotel I was at. But I mean, step one to getting a girl is getting them to talk to you. And how do you get them to talk to you? These people that have talked to me, specifically direct texting me to my cell phone, are really delusional in thinking that all I need to do is introduce them to a girl and it magically is going to happen. I give them advice.
I think another thing that these people think is that because they're American, like all foreign women want to date an American. Like they have this concept that some of these people have the concept that as long as you're American, they're going to want, I want to go America. They think that, but that is not true at all.
I say, get on Hello Talk. Start talking to people from that country. Learn the language. And then they say, well, I've been on Hello Talk and all the girls are fake. They don't respond and they don't talk. Well, is it perhaps that you don't have an introduction to yourself in Korean or in Japanese? On Hello Talk, on this app Hello Talk, I have never once, never have I looked for a girl on Hello Talk and said hi to her. But I have 44 unread messages right now on Hello Talk from it's not just women, but from men, from women from China, from women from Japan, from women from Korea. And they look pretty cute in their small photo. They don't let you see a big photo. And I talk to many of them. I talk to these people. And what do we talk about? I don't say, man, I would love to be with you. I would love to touch your body. That's not all I offer, right? I'm not that kind of a guy, right? What am I offering to them? Talking about English, talking about their language, showing interest in their language. I put effort into their language. I'm talking to you guys that think you just get a girl based on you wanting the girl. If you are ugly like me, if you do not have money, if you are young, it doesn't mean you can't get the girl. Sure, there are barriers. But what kind of girl do you want that only wants you for your money or only wants you for your looks? That is not the right kind of girl. Trust me, my wife, who I've been married to for 20 years, did not, well, I mean, I guess I was cuter when I was younger, but she didn't marry me for my looks. You know what she married me for? Because I had no money. She married me because I had a dream. That's all I had when I was younger. I was in Amway. If you know what that is, Amway is a company that, to make it really sound shitty, sells soap, and it gets you to get your friends in to Amway so they will buy soap from you. And you sell soap to them, and they sell soap to their friends, and you get a cut. It's not a pyramid scheme because the definition of a pyramid scheme is money gets money gets money. This is products getting products, and you get a commission. But I didn't make any money in Amway, but I was so fired up in Amway. I took my girlfriend at the time, we drove on a road trip to Tennessee to go to one of these big diamond conventions where they talked about a future and they talked about dreams, and I was pumped. I didn't have a plan for writing Japanese textbooks, building websites. I didn't know how to build websites. I didn't know how to teach Japanese. I didn't know how to speak Korean. The things that I do now to make money, I didn't know when I got married, and there was no inkling in my mind that I could. And as a matter of fact, when I was in Japan, people always told me I should teach Japanese, and I always said no, because people won't appreciate it. I still hold to this day, and this is a really bad thing to say, but I think most people, worthless. You guys, most of you, watch this video, you'll get inspired, or you won't get inspired, you'll just be pissed at me. But if you get inspired, you won't actually follow through on it. Most people suck at following through on
100%, still the truth. I still believe that. I don't say it's such a harsh thing that people are worthless, but look, if you derive your worth from things that you've accomplished, most people are worthless. Kyle's not worthless. Kyle shoots his darts all the time. I like Kyle. Kyle's my kind of person. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what you guys are doing in here, but Kyle he's gambatte iru. He's pushing, you know? So, yeah, most people just like, they talk a big game, but they don't do anything. And if you've seen Kyle's videos, you know, he's trying, man. You know, and that could turn into something. Whatever he's doing could turn into something. And, you know, I delete a lot of videos because I don't like them now, but they're just as cringy as whatever Kyle might be making now. Kyle's stuff isn't even cringy as my stuff. I'm not even saying it's cringy. George says I'm ugly, then I'm subhuman. Hey, I was saying I was ugly too, you punk. I was ugly as well. Yeah, Hello Talk's not as good anymore, unfortunately. All right, I don't think we need to watch this entire video because it's whatever, but. Hey, George, I want you to know that 1, I guessed what this video was actually going to be about when I read the title. And 2, when I started Japanese from zero, I got so inspired by your passion for the language, the culture, and the people that I've taken steps to get better at Japanese and follow my dream of living in Japan. I'm interviewing for an English teaching position this Tuesday. I can't express how much I'm looking forward to lifelong friendships in Japan, and I just wanted you to know that you helped me in that. You helped me to stop making excuses and just go for it now. This is a guy named James77, and this is 7 years ago. Now, I replied to this, okay? And he just it looks like he's replied back. I asked him, I remember I said, this is 7 years ago, how's it gone? Here is his, I said, it's been 7 years, how has it worked out? Just as I hoped it would. I did end up getting that teaching job, lived in Kyushu for a while, got pretty good at Japanese, made awesome friends that I still keep up with today. And I met my now wife in Japan. Yes, she's Japanese. We've been married for almost 5 years now. My profile pic is actually from our wedding in Kyoto. Wow. Wow, guys. That's what I'm talking about. He did what I said he needed to do. He took action. He took the effort and became, excuse me, I'm his only subscriber. Excuse me. But he did it. He survived. I'm going to go ahead and reply. I'm super happy for him, man. Wow, this is great to hear. I'm super happy for you and can't wait to see what you do in the next 7 years. What happens in the next /you make happen in the next 7 years. That's great, man. Calling me lucky is an insult to my effort, my intelligence. True AF, impressive speech, man. Oh, did I get awesome? But I think most people, worthless. You guys, most of you, watch this video, you'll get inspired, or you won't get inspired, you'll just be pissed at me. But if you get inspired, you won't actually follow through on it. Most people suck at following through on anything that they do. Yeah, it's easy for me to say in my position of already having money and already having... Wait, what? How did I input orange name? Did I input orange name somewhere? I don't know what you're talking about. Kyle, how did you... Oh, he's asking Kyle, how did I input orange name? Yeah, how did you input orange name? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Success and being quote-unquote lucky. But I'm not fucking lucky. And when you tell me I'm lucky, it's an insult to my hard work and my intelligence. And I don't even remember the topic we were talking about. I'm so upset when I think about this. I was lucky in a few respects. I will give you that there is luck. That's right. I went to Japan when I was 12. I was lucky that my father had a job that took him to Japan. I lived in Japan for 9 years, also very lucky. But I know many people that grew up in Japan and don't speak Japanese.
I have been to Korea, and I know people that have lived in Korea for 4 or 5 years and don't speak Korean. But I do. And I've only spent a total of 7 months in Korea. Is it luck that I was in Korea 7 months? No. 3 years ago, I decided to learn Korean. And I made a decision to randomly go to Korea. I took a chance. Am I lucky to have the money to do that? Okay, yeah. But that money comes from the decision to work hard to write textbooks. And did those textbooks sell amazingly like they do now? No, they didn't. For years, they sold maybe 100 copies a month until I changed the insides and I updated the cover and I made videos on YouTube and I made effort. So I went to Korea. Where did I go? Gangnam. Why? Gangnam Style. Because that's how much I knew about Korea. I knew no Korean. And people that I met that day in Korea, that 2 months that I spent in Korea, I still am friends with them, and my Korean either matched their level very early on or surpasses it now. And people that I meet in Korea now think I've lived in Korea for 10 years. Why? Am I lucky? No. Effort. And when I go to Korean meetups, I talk to the most beautiful girls. And then we go and we do karaoke, or we go and eat. I don't mean just me and that girl, I mean me and a group. And then later I might say, hey, do you want to go have dinner? And I do. Why? Because I love Korean girls. It's not a secret. My wife knows. I'm not hiding anything from my wife. I'm not cheating on my wife. But I am enjoying Korean girls. And if I was that kind of guy, it wouldn't be hard. But not because I'm rich, not because I am successful, but because I care about their language, because I learn their culture. If you want to get a Chinese or Japanese or Scandinavian or Russian girl, and you don't have money, and you want something more than a girl that just wants for your money, care about their country. Take some fucking effort and stop texting me that I need to introduce you to my friends.
Is it weird that I think Kingo Friver is the guy that was sending me that message? It's weird, but I for some reason think it was that guy. There was a name that was similar to that. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because it would be really awkward if we're talking now. And I told him, I said I was going to start learning Russian. And I made a bet with him that my Russian would be better than his Japanese in 5 years. And if it wasn't, I would give him Kim Ji-yoon's number. Why do I feel like that was you, Kingo? I'm going to click on your information here. I feel like that was you. It might have been a similar username. Or I'm going crazy. It could be one of the two options there.
Because I earned my friends. I can't give you that. I can't give you what I earned.
Oh man, John M. You said, I think Japanese women are so tiny and cute. Generally speaking, they are. They're so tiny and cute. They're like kittens level cute. Some of them. So cute. Yeah, and Koreans are the same. And there's something about like the Asian face that they look like cats. I'm just saying, they're very attractive to me. And I love cats, so oh my God, they're just so cute. They're so cute. Oh, why are they so cute? Even my wife at like almost age 60 is so cute to me. I don't know why. How is that possible? King of River. Okay, you're probably not the guy. I wish I could find the guy. Let me see if he's in the comments down here. This guy was so irritating. I don't remember his name though. Oh no, it was King something. That's what it was. That's what I'm remembering. This guy literally worked at Walmart. He had nothing, and he thought Japanese girls would just love him, because he was living in America. It's funny how many times King comes up because of King. All right. I think that's good enough. Man. I could pull some stuff from there though and throw that on YouTube. Am I lucky? I should throw that up. That's a good. I'm thinking about changing the name of my TikTok channel as well to George from Zero. Kyle says, I saw a thing that broke down how anime characters are modeled after cats and not humans. I already saw it. And I agreed 100%. Yep. And that's, I was like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, here, let's see if we can't find. See if I can't find a picture of someone that I fell in love with when I was younger. Although I don't know if she really has that face that I'm into now. All right, here we go. Let me log in. This is the reason I studied Japanese right here. Okay, I'll just show you. This is why I studied Japanese. Her name is Asaka Yui. I so was in love with this girl. Okay, to be fair, she's probably like 15 here, but I was 16 myself. Let's see here. Yeah, someone has all these pictures when she was younger. There's an argument that my oldest daughter has the same vibe as Asaka Yui too, which is interesting. Let's see here. Here's her in her modern look. Wish I could show you some of her videos. Yep, Asaka Yui. Absolutely adored her. She's not my type anymore. She's not my type anymore. She was my type. I've moved on from this type for sure. But this was who I was in love with when I was learning Japanese. Oh, Nakamori Akina. Come on, dude. Nakamori Akina is so amazing because her singing is so fantastic. Oh, she's amazing. Again, she wasn't my style of face at all. But with revisionist history, she's my favorite artist from that generation. Like, she's just a fantastic singer. I liked Koizumi Kyoko as well. Koizumi Kyoko was fantastic. These are very mature pictures of her when she was because she's an actress as well. Oh my gosh, she's just gotten older. Oh my gosh. I don't want to see my idols as older. Let them be eternally youthful, please. Oh, this album right here. It's on Spotify. Beat Pop. Oh my God, it's such a good album. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I'm gonna do it. Just a little bit. Just a couple bars, man. Beat Pop. Where is it? Do we have it? There it is. I can't even play it. This song Bitch is really good. Actually, there's another album after this too that I think is better now that I'm thinking about it. It's called Natsumero. Oh, it's sad that she's only getting this many listens. This album was so good. All right, let's go to Koizumi Kyoko. It's an orange album. Is it up here? Albums. It's called Natsumero. No. Do you not have Natsumero? I would like to see Natsumero up in here. Wait, do they not? Oh my God. Natsumero. Oka okoete. Gakuen Tengoku classic remake. Yamato no Denshiko, what a great song. Hang on. Where's Natsumero? Guys, help me. Where is this? Let's see. Natsumero. Natsumero. Oh, what did I write? Mero. Natsumeru. Oh, no, it was Natsumeru. Never mind. My bad. Oh, here it is anyway. It came up. This album. Can't play these songs for you. They're all like remakes and covers. This song right here, Koi no Benchishito. Love this song. Oh, I wish I could play this whole album for you. Vampire Heaven. Such classics. Guys, we should jump into Discord and just do this in Discord. Because I don't want to I'm already going to get slammed. This whole stream is probably slammed from what I played earlier, but. Can we get some more N3 quizzes? All right. Let's do that. That's better. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Alrighty. Are you indeed ready for the N3 quizzes? Here we go. All right, here we go.
準備いいですか？じゃあ、日本語能力試験 N3 の質問でございます。いいですか？はい。1人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくて、いつも作りすぎてしまう。1人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくて、いつも作りすぎてしまう。1人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくて、いつも作りすぎてしまう。1인분 양의 카레를 만드는 것이 어려워서 항상 너무 많이 만들어 버린다. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is the English translation of 1人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくていつも作りすぎてしまう。1人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくていつも作りすぎてしまう。Certainly, there's been enough time for you guys to post an answer without looking anything up. Put your phones away, put your internet access away. You cannot look anything up. I will show you the sentence, okay? It is the first one. My finger right here is pointing to it. I'm not N5 yet, but I hear difficult in there. Yes. And first year? No. 1人分. Let's break it down. 1人分 means a single serving. 1人分の量 means an amount for one person, but they're constantly modifying. So it's 1人分の量のカレー. curry for one person. What about it? 作るのが難しくて. It's so difficult because it's difficult to make curry for the amount of a curry for one serving of curry. いつも作りすぎてしまう. I always end up making too much. The grammar that they're teaching here is sugiru. They're testing for sugiru. 一人分 not 一年分. You wouldn't be making a curry for 1 year. 一人分の量のカレーを作るのが難しくて、いつも作りすぎてしまう. Because it's so hard to make a single serving of curry, I end up making too much always. Next one. 鼻に水をやりすぎるのが Sorry. 鼻に水をやりすぎるのも良くないです。鼻に水をやりすぎるのも良くないです。고체물을 지나치게 주는 것도 좋지 않습니다. 鼻に水をやりすぎるのも良くないです. Here's the thing. You don't got time to analyze these sentences. You just got to move on. So I'm going to give it to you. 鼻に水を means water into a flower, yeah? やりすぎる over putting water into a flower. のも良くないです. It's not good to also is it's also not good to over water. So I don't know what came before that, but it implies that they probably said something like not giving your flower enough water is a problem, but also over watering your flower is also not good. Yes, June. 味噌汁の味が濃くなりすぎてしまった. Translate. I'm not going to give you a bunch of time because this shouldn't take time. This is a test. It's not a research project. 味噌汁の味が濃くなりすぎてしまった. And they're using a lot of てしまう. 味噌汁の味が濃くなりすぎてしまいました. 된장국 맛이 너무 진해지고 말았다. The flavor of the miso soup ended up becoming too thick, too rich. Now, teishimao can show regret. It can show the end result. It can show an unintended action. So we're not sure which one it is, but most likely it's an unintended action. このお茶は熱すぎて飲めない. このお茶は熱すぎて飲めない. This tea is so hot that I can't drink it. It's too hot. And as a result, I can't drink it. 이 차는 너무 뜨거워서 마실 수 없다. Next one. Same grammar. この場所は静かすぎてかえって落ち着かない. かえって落ち着かない. かえって not a different かえって. この場所は静かすぎてかえって落ち着かない. 이곳은 너무 조용해서 오히려 안전되지 않는다. Kyle says, honestly, you breaking down the sentence real quick like that helps tremendously. You're teaching my brain how to break down the sentence faster. この場所は, as for this place, that's what we're talking about. 静かすぎて, it's so quiet. Being too quiet. かえって 落ち着かない. I can't calm down. Reversely, I can't calm down because it's too quiet. The reality is this place, it's so quiet that I can't calm down. That's how you would probably translate that. かえって is showing the opposite of what you think it should be. All right, next one. I'm going to give you the grammar, okay? It's zuni and naide. レシピを見ずに作れる料理はほとんどない. レシピを見ずに作れる料理はほとんどない. レシピを見ずに means without looking at the recipe. 作れる料理 cooking that I can make は Hotondo nai. There's almost none. There's almost no cooking that I can make without looking at the recipe. Kasa o motanai de dekaketa no ga. Sorry, I was expecting the sentence to go further, but they just ended it there. Kasa o motanai de dekaketa ga. Usan을 들지 않고 나갔지만. So this is the beginning of a sentence, but not completed. It's kasa o motsu means to hold an umbrella, to have an umbrella, to take an umbrella. Kasa o motanai de, not taking an umbrella. Dekaketa ga, I left. I went out without an umbrella, but there's a ga. We don't know what's coming next. Here's another one that doesn't finish the sentence. 諦めないで毎年チャレンジしていったら諦めないで毎年チャレンジしていったら諦めないで without giving up 毎年チャレンジしていたら I challenged myself every year. But they're saying していったら says upon me challenging myself every year without giving up, this result happened. That's what they're doing with the te itara there. But this is grammar stacked. They just want you to know what's happening with the naide, with the zuni. And they assume you know the rest because this is N3. And for the Korean side, 포기하지 않고 매년 도전하고 있었더니. And only recently have I learned that toni goes to suruto type grammar, and I'm very happy about that. Suruto type, shara type stuff. ちっとも練習に来ないで. And there's a continuation of that, but there's no sentence that they've given you. ちっとも練習にも来ない, sorry. ちっとも練習に来ないで, blah, 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 blah. This is someone yelling at some other person, most likely. ちっとも練習に来ないで, よくそんなことが言えるわ. How dare you say something that, like that, when you haven't come to practice even a bit. ちっとも練習に来ないで, without coming to practice in a bit, for even a bit, to have the fact that you could say this, might be the final thing that they're saying after that. 조금 더 연습해 오지 않고 어떻게 이렇게 할 수 있어? How could you say such a thing? 勉強せずにテストを受けた. 勉強せずにテストを受けた. Now I'm going to guess the Korean. 공부하지 않고 시험을 봤어요. It's 공부하지 않고 시험을 보았다. They just didn't give the speaking version of it. They gave the top form version of it, so I nailed it. 勉強せずにテストを受けた. I took the test without studying. ゆうべは歯を磨かないで寝てしまった. ゆうべは歯を磨かないで寝てしまった. What would be the Korean? Okay, I'm going to think. ゆうべ, 어젯밤. That's last night. 어젯밤. What was it? 歯を磨かないで. 치를 닦지 않고 찾아버렸어요. So they have 어젯밤에는 이를 닦지 않고 차고 말았다. Oh, I don't know the 말았다 form. 차고 말았다. Okay, that's interesting to me because I thought it would be Teshimao version of Korean. So 유배와 歯を磨かないで寝てしまった. Yeah, I fell asleep last night without brushing my teeth. Right? 유배와, as for last night, 歯を磨かないで, without brushing my teeth, 寝てしまった. I fell asleep. Showing regret, showing an uncontrollable action. Or I ended up falling asleep. All right. We'll do another set. Welcome, Devansh Sinha. Sounds like you're Indian. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I only know bad words in Indian. I don't know any other Hindu words. I apologize if you're Indian or Pakistani. All right. Ooh, this is a hard one, guys. Okay, so this is seika or seide. Means due to the fault of or due to this negative circumstance, okay? I'm going to cover up my Korean so I can't cheat because I'm going to try to going to try to translate this myself. This is, by the way, what I do when I take this book out. I walk with this book in my bag, and I'll go to like a restaurant, I'll eat, and then I'll sit there for like an hour, and I'll read through it like we're doing right now, exactly like what we're doing right now, except I'm not testing myself on the Japanese. I'm testing myself on, I read the Japanese, and I try to come up with what the Korean would mean. And I'll also read the grammar first, but you guys don't know enough Korean for me to go that direction. But here, I'll translate. How about I translate the Korean grammar explanation? Let's see if I can do that. All right, let me try it. This is going to be a little bit rough. Here we go. 어떤 것이 원인이 되어 좋지 않은 결과가 되었다는 의미를 나타낸다. This represents the meaning of a result, of a negative result for something that was the 원인 is the gain, the reason. This represents the meaning of how something became a bad result due to a certain reason. 세가, 세대는 세가 명사이므로 그에 준하는 I don't understand this. 접속을 한다. I don't know what this means, but I think what they're saying is I don't know what imuro means. I have no idea. Imu. I'd look that up. 명사 means noun. 준한. Yeah, like the noun is given the. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to know that because I already know how this grammar works. But I am going to talk to my teacher about what these means because I love learning grammar words in Korean and I don't know these. But if I was alone right now, I'd be looking it up and I would figure it out. And then the next time I see it, I wouldn't be lost. All right, here we go. Next one. So it's seika and seide. 窓が大通り側にあるせいで車の音が聞こえてきた。聞こえてきて。This is another incomplete sentence. 窓が大通り側にあるせいで車の音が聞こえた。That I'll make it shorter. 窓が大通り側にあるせいで車の音が聞こえてきた。聞こえた。Okay, let me think of this. 창문이 때때도로 편에 있기 때문에 that's my guess. 있기 때문에 차 소리를 들린다. 들어왔어. Here we go. 창문이 긴 길가에 있는 탓에 차 소리가 들려와서. It's debatable if I got that one right. That's a completely different direction that it took. All right, what do we got? If zoo isn't zoo another way to negate verbs? Yes, it is. I've heard it in grammar. It is, but it's normally part of a sentence. I've heard it in grammar construction, and that's kind of how it was explained. So going back to the zoo one. All right, here's what they say in Korean for the explanation. 어떤 한 일을 하지 않는 상태에서 다른 동작을 한다는 의미를 나타낸다 것으로 동사의 나이, 형에 접속한다. 준이와 나이대는 같은 표현으로 준이는 문어적 표현이다. Does that make sense? All right. So let's see. 어떤 한 일을 하지 않는 상태에서, in the condition that a certain thing was not done, a different action was done, is what this is representing. 동사의 나이형에 접속한다. It's attached to the verb's 나이 form, or it's, I don't know what 접속 means. I thought it meant attached, but that would be 붙인다. And that's just telling you how to make it. But then it says that zu and nai are a similar expression. All right, hang on. Yeah, so one action occurs without another action having not occurred. I did this thing without having done this thing. It really is what that is. Tabezu ni kimashita. I came without eating. Mizu ni kaimashita. I bought it without seeing it. The key thing is to always remember to go backwards in the Japanese sentence. All right, listen, I'm gonna stand up for a second. Give me a second, and we'll come back. I'm gonna get another drink. Oh my God, I've been sitting way too long. Okay, I'm gonna put this book here. Right back. All right, class, are we back? So only in the middle of a sentence, I could just say, Niku o tabezu. No, yeah, you couldn't just say that. No. Because that means without eating meat. Like, for example, let's say someone said, let's say you were talking about them eating before they came, and then I said, I don't know, I might not be able to come, I might not be able to eat before I go. So then they arrive and they go, Kimashita, I came. You can say to them, tabezu ni desu ka? Without eating. You could ask that, tabezu ni desu ka? Without eating. But normally, it's just a construction. It's a two-part thing that you need the second part. It's like saying my. If you say my, there's an input that's required. Something o tabezu ni, zuni requires something to come after, or it's awkward. Just like that mistake that I made the other day in the train station. I said darajima, but dara requires oda, kada, or hada for verbs, okay? It's similar to tsuite. You'd say tsuite kuru, tsuite iku. Tsuite kuru means to follow, tsuite iku means to follow after. So tsuite requires something, zuni requires something. I've had a couple people ask me if I'd let them do the Portuguese version of the book, but boy, I am so done in having a person that doesn't know language or isn't like a professional working on our books. It never gets finished. That's the problem. All right. All right, so what was the meaning of 窓が大通り側にあるせいで車の音が聞こえてきて was their version, but I changed it to 聞こえた or 聞こえてきた. I got a feeling you guys aren't ready for N3. So, 窓が大通り側にある. Where is the window? 大通り側. On the side of a large street. It's facing a large street. そのせいで because of that, due to the fact that 窓が大通り側にあるせいで is due to the fact that 車の音が聞こえた Or kikoete kite, I can hear the sound of cars. Kikoeru is to hear. Kikoete kuru means like the sound's coming towards you. Think about it that way. All right. Next one. 最近あんまり見かけなかったが、彼女は気のせいか痩せたようだ。最近あんまり見かけなかったが、彼女は気のせいか痩せたようだ。Interesting. 気のせいか。This is a hard one, guys. Let me look at the Korean. 최근 별로 보지 못했지만, 보지는 못했지만, 그녀는 기본 탓인지 살이 빼진 것 같다. Interesting. But here, Korean says 기분. That's interesting that they say 기분. Interesting. I might mess this one up if I heard it, to be fair. This particular sentence. Luckily, this was never used on a test. This is an example that they've come up with independently for the book. So normally, if they have a sentence that's been on the test, they list it right here with the gray numbers. But this sentence right here doesn't have those numbers, so they came up with it independently to teach this thing. But normally, kinose means your imagination. But the way they're saying it in Japanese is a different meaning. So let me, let's bust out Google Translate. And I'll show you what I'm talking about and see if maybe just Korean's different. There are times where Korean and Japanese are different, and that's where I tend to make my errors. Kinose should be your imagination. See? Kinose ka. Interesting. Kinose ka. But what they're saying in Korean is... Actually, I don't know how to say this in Korean, so... Let me go back to that. Hang on, let me go back. 신경 탓. Wow. 마음의 탓인지. So here it's the fault of your heart. Here is the fault of your nerves in Korean. But they're saying something different in Korean. They're saying 기분 탓인지. Yeah, see, they're saying 기분 no se. That's how she feels, not her imagination. Yeah, see, this is a bad translation in this book, I believe. That's one I should bring up with my teacher as well. Is there a decent app to photo translate? Yes. It's literally Google Translate. It literally switches to English. The text itself in the picture that you're looking at switches. Here, what I'll do is I'll show you using Google Translate. Not Google, yeah, it's Google Translate. So look. So you got Google oh, here, hang on a second. So you got Google Translate, right? And you just click the camera down here. So I click the camera. Now watch. I'm gonna take a picture of the chat room, and I'm gonna switch it to English to Japanese. And we'll look at everything here. Ah! God dang it. Hang on. I'm trying to do this. All right, hang on. I'm trying to take a screenshot. All right, here's the screenshot. Now, the only one that that's a bad screenshot. Let me try it again. I moved around too much. Okay, here we go. So here's the screenshot. Everything got put into Japanese except for the one where Kyle was mixing the languages. Nambe de Portugal ga shokuminchi toshite yuitsu no kuni deshita. That's the translation. It was the only country in South America colonized by Portugal. And they could do it the other way around too. From any language to any language. Where did my... Nah, I wouldn't count that as an Aomori accent. The Ammari, I just always say Ammari. That's a problem with me. It could be Aomori. I haven't determined if that's why. Ammari. Kyle says to John. That's to John. Okay, good. All right. Anyway, you want to go through some words? Go through some words. Oh my God, these are... some big words in here, man. All right. Ready? Rapid fire. As soon as you can get the answer to me. Nadzukeru. Nadzukeru. These are all verbs. That means to name something. Nareru. Nareru. To get used to something. Nokosu. To leave behind. Noseru. Noseru means to put on. Like to put something on a table, to put something on a bus. Noseru. Nobiru. Nobiru. To become longer, to elongate, to grow. Haitatsu suru. Haitatsu suru. To deliver. Hakobu. To move. To move something, not to move. That would be hikkoshi o suru. To move like from house to a different house. Hanashiau. To talk between each other. To talk something out. Hanashiau. Anyway, there's a ton of words. None of them have English in this book though. This book's great, but there's no English. I don't need it because I know most of the Korean and I know all the Japanese for sure. But just look, it's just like word after word after word after word after word. Like, this is word city, man. My friends from Aomori say kurai instead of gurai, but I don't know if it's a dialect thing. Well, kurai and gurai are both things, so they're both okay. Whew. All right, guys. Well, wow, 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. I'm gonna call it for tonight. I will see you. Do I do the same song over and over again? Or do I take a break one of these nights? We'll find out. Peace out.
Japanese Easy 39. 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 Japanese Easy 39.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro.
Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah.
Japanese easy 39.
I need you. I need you. I need you.
もうええわ
I need you.
もうええわ
I need you.
もうええわ
I need you.
もうええわええ加減にせんかいええ加減にせんかいなんでやねんなんでやねんなんでやねん何のことかな
Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39. Japanese easy 39.
Trying again won't hurt. Just don't give yourself away too fast. Yeah. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, Bo. But you know what? Take the time to get to know yourself. Like, understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, you know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you. And I'm not gonna lie. Trying again won't hurt.
Japanese easy 39.
Trying
Japanese
again
easy
won't hurt.
39.
Just
Japanese
don't
easy
give yourself
39.
away
Doing day particle in the first
too
usage
fast.
is the mark location where the action takes place.
Yeah.